Whoa, dude! What's going on? Well, fuck me, that was one intense intro, wasn't it? So, 999, son. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, 9 cups of tea. We're gonna be doing this. It's a game about fucking people over, or not, and then getting fucked yourself. Fun. With bombs in your tits or something. Alright. So yeah, this is gonna be new to me because I've never recorded DS stuff before, so... yeah. What? I didn't even click shit. I didn't click shit though. Alright. Cool. This game is fiction. All names, characters, and instances portrayed in this production are fictitious. Don't sue. Oh, thanks for that, game. A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. As they adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings. Ah! With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air. His balance lost, and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold grey floor. Oh, god damn it! What the hell? Junpei glared around the room, still trying to determine where he'd woken up. Sup, dude? The thought had shaken the last cobwebs of sleep from his mind, and finally understood where he'd fallen from. It was a bed. A 3-level bunk bed, in fact. There's 3-level bunk beds? I've never heard of that! Junpei had fallen, apparently, from the topmost bunk. His shoulder hurt, his knee hurt, his hip hurt, his entire body hurt. Fucking stupid. He could feel a bump forming on his forehead, where he'd slammed it against a low ceiling. He wondered if that bump was the reason he felt his vision wavering a bit. That seemed unlikely. At first, he thought the tremor that ran through his legs was just another effect of his rude awakening, but as he looked around, he realized it was real. The whole room was shaking. Was it an earthquake? He wondered. It didn't seem likely. It was shaking far too quickly for an earthquake. And again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake. He tried to tell himself it was important. Junpei rubbed the growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. How does one do something gingerly? Can someone tell me that on chat? Do you like... does shit just become orange? I've never heard someone go, I gingerly slapped her in the face, or something like that, you know, I've never heard of that. His balance regained, he finally took his first good look around the room. Alright. And muttered to himself. Where am I? His pain momentarily forgotten in the face of the confusion of his circumstances, Junpei looked around the room once again. Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings. Then as suddenly as they had begun, the tremor ceased. A cold silence fell over the room. Oh Lord. From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking. He felt his stomach tighten. There were 1,000 things the sound could have been, but none of the things he could think of were good. In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. A 3-level bunk bed that had mattresses that were so thin that they were little more than blankets. On the other side of the room was an identical bed, and set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door. The first thing Junpei noticed about the door was a number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door in red paint, someone had written 5. 5? What's this 5 mean? Suspicious and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed hold of the L-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result. A few more tries cemented the truth in Junpei's mind. It wouldn't open. It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, the handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader. It didn't take a genius to figure out that the odd-looking device was keeping the door shut. Junpei knocked hard on the door. Oh shit. Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door! There was no response. Junpei threw his left fist into the door and stopped. The hell is this? He wasn't really sure what else to say. On his left wrist was a bracelet of a sort he'd never seen before. In the center was a large LCD display. It looked like nothing else so much as a watch, but it clearly wasn't that. After all, it showed only a single number. 5. That's the same as the door. True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what that might mean. All he knew that it was strange, and he wanted it off. Junpei flipped his hand over as if to remove a watch, but the other side of the bracelet was solid. No buckle, no clasp, nothing. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face. Perhaps. He pushed them, but nothing happened. On a watch, they might be dials for just in date or time, but on his bracelet, they did nothing. Junpei was at a loss. What was he gonna do? Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However... Ugh! Damn! It's no good. Damn thing won't come off. A steel ring ran from the face around Junpei's wrist and back into the face. He won't be pulling the bracelet off any time in the near future. What the hell is the deal with this thing? Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. So much was happening, and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode. Where am I? And why the hell am I here? Why? What the hell happened to me? It was at that moment that he noticed the window. The window was round, rimmed in riveted brass, like a window from an early 20th century ship. What? Wait, am I in a ship? Junpei walked slowly toward the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness. Junpei squinted, trying to see something, anything. It was at that moment. Oh god. Oh god, no! What? You gotta be kidding me. What the hell is going on here? Oh! Fuck, no! No! A crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst and water began to pour into the room. What the hell? Oh, god damn it! Junpei yelled and spun around. His feet slipping on the water already coming through the window. He ran for the door. Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something. There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. It was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly toward his knees. Things were not looking good for Junpei. Not good at all. He needed to find a way out, and quickly. Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked down around the room. Seek a way out. What the fuck? Okay, so they've just thrown me into it now, and I don't know if I can... Oh, okay, I just pushed W. Operations during an escape. During an escape, you can move to different parts of the room by touching the bottom screen. Ah, okay, so I'd be like, click here. Oh, okay. Since many areas require very exact selection, we recommend you use the stylus. You mean my mouse? Searching during an escape. During an escape, you can touch the background to search anywhere in the room. Areas you can investigate will be highlighted yellow the moment you touch them. Depending on the nature of the location you touch it, you might find an item or a hint. Begin searching by touching places on the bottom screen. How to move. Touch the triangle icon on the bottom screen. Doing so will change the viewing angle of the room and move you to different locations. You can do the same thing by pressing left, right, down on the control pad. Yeah, about that. I guess those are my arrow keys. Bird's eye view. If you want to know where you are, touch X on the camera icon on the bottom screen. This will show you where you are and what direction you're facing. Saving during an escape. Press and start will allow you to save. If you want to quit, we recommend press and start. Purpose of the escape. The purpose of each escape is to get out of the room. How you do that depends on the room. You'll need to search all throughout the room to discover what you'll need to do to get out. Search for hints and items that may help you find a way out. Oh no, Balich, 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 okay. About items. During an escape, investigating certain parts of the room will allow you to obtain items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Touching L on the top left will take you to the item screen. While on the item screen, you'll be able to investigate. Hold and combine items that you found. If you want to investigate an item you found, touch the icon for that item in the item screen. And then touch R in the top right corner of the bottom screen. Man, it's so much info, dude. I'm kind of like tripping. Note from the bulletin board. Is that like an examine? What am I seeing here? I'm seeing like trying to like rotate it so I can. Okay, so that's like the best view I'm gonna get of it. Right, so 4 right angle triangles, 2 of them red, 1 colored in, 2 of them blue, 1 colored in, a red line and a blue line with an arrow going in the direction of the blue. The note's got red triangles and blue triangles in blue. Fab! Okay, well, I guess that'll do. Investigate with an item. Touching an item while on the item screen will select that item. While an item is selected, touching L back will return you to the room investigation screen. If you look down at the bottom left corner of the screen, you should see the icon. This shows that you are holding the item. Ah, okay. If you hold an item while investigating a room, you may trigger a reaction. Investigate suspicious areas with different items to see if anything happens. Pressing up on the control pad will select another item for you to hold. Okay. Ooh. Picture frame. An old picture frame. It's a picture of a ship in it. The screws keeping the back on. I see. So we need to get this open. Okay. There's a towel next to the sink. Doesn't seem like there's anything hidden in the sink. This is the only drain in this room. This is the middle bunk. Okie dokie. Let's have a look. Water just keeps pouring through the window. It's like a waterfall. I don't think shoving something onto the window is going to stop the water. In other words, if I don't want to die, I need to find a way out of this room. I have to figure this out. Okay. That's a table. Water's pouring onto it like a little waterfall. I don't see anything useful here. Okay. Let's see if there's anything in here. Huh. Looks like there is. A key? Yeah, there's a little blue key in the bottom of this pot. That's odd.
We got a blue key.
The key is pretty small. Definitely not for a door. What's it for then? Key's blue. Is it supposed to open something else blue? We did find that card thing that had blue triangles on it. Oh, whoops. I'm looking at a pot lid. Brilliant. It's a door to the stove. It opens easily enough. Sure wish the door to get out here was easy to open too. Alright, what's this?
Ah, it's really.
A normal screwdriver. Doesn't seem to be anything special about it. Combine. Well, the screwdriver got those screws off easily enough. Here's the picture.
Ah ha ha ha. Yeah. I don't know what this means.
Okay, let's see,
Paste it.
there we go. So this arrow is kind of like indicating that we need to go in this kind of order. So first, second, third, fourth, maybe. So I'm guessing this is like a code. So let's see here. So 7, 4, 6, 8. Alright. Combining items. If you take two items you found and combine them, they may turn into something else. To do this, select an item on the item screen and touch X on the top of the bottom screen. Then select the second item and touch X. If the two items can be combined, you will receive a new item. If they cannot be combined, nothing will happen. Oh, I guess we did that a little early or something. No dice. It's locked tight. Let's see if there's anything in the keyhole. Willies. Oh man, I forgot. I totally forgot it.
Whoopsie.
Okay, so 7, 4, 6, 7, 4, 6, 7, 4, 6, 3. 7, 4, 6, 3, 7, 4, 6, 3, 7, 4, 6, 3. Wait, what? Sorry? Looks like I've got to put the key into the keyhole in order to enter a number. Alright. Alright. Let's see what happens if I put the blue key in the keyhole. And nothing. Guess I'm gonna need some sort of code for the dial. Oh no, I just forgot the... Minigames! During an escape, your investigation may trigger one of several minigames. All operations for the minigames are done by touching the bottom screen. Some minigames will require you to manipulate something, while others will only require you to apply the right object or touch the right thing. Operation instructions. Touching the dial will cause it to move to the next number. Enter 4 numbers this way and then touch the key. If the numbers are correct, it will unlock. I think it was 7, 4. Well, fudge. Do it! Do it! I think it was 746. Damn it! Open, you stupid thing! I don't think it's gonna open if I whack it on a wall a couple times. Might make me feel better. Not gonna help though. Alright, Junpei, don't freak out. Keep it cool. Look for some more clues. Let me just double check that I did the right thing again. Yeah, it's 7... No. Yeah, I think I did. 7, 4, 6, 3. Yeah, okay, I'm just missing something to do with that red option, I think, there, so... Back. Get away from me! There we go. I forgot that I could just push that. Alright. I can't see the bottom of the ladder. Oh man, the water's already up to the bottom of the bed. I gotta hurry this up. Fuck. Let's have a look over here. What's this 5 about? 5. 5, huh? What does that mean?
I don't know, Junpei. What I do know is, we're gonna drown, huh?
I guess that's a lever, huh? Maybe if I pull it. Well, it looks like pulling on the lever just makes a weird noise. Great! The light's still red, and the display hasn't changed. Damn it! Why the hell isn't this thing opening? Okay. Okay, that freaked me out for a second then.
I got a red key, what you gonna do about it?
Search. A small red key. Okay. I got a red key. But do I have anything red to put in? Junpei grabbed the key and shoved it into his pocket. He intended to leave immediately, but something stopped him. His reflection stared back at him from the mirror. But he had scarcely recognized himself. What's up with my face? His confusion was well justified. His face was drawn and pale, and dark circles under his eyes made him look as though he was nearly dead. Man, what the hell happened to me? How did I end up here? Even as he said it, something in his mind opened, and a memory bobbed to the surface. It was the last thing Junpei remembered before waking up in the strange room. It was past midnight when he came home. Junpei shuffled up the stairs and opened the door to apartment 201. Inside was his apartment. A small, one-bedroom affair that ran him about $630 a month. He moved into it when he entered college, and so far he'd been there for about 3 years and 7 months. He stepped inside and turned on the lights. The fluorescent lights at the ceiling blinked and flickered slowly to life, as if waking up from a deep slumber. The cold light illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before. Everything was as he'd left it. The magazines piled up in the corner, the textbooks collecting dust, the CD cases covering the floor, the jeans and t-shirt he'd worn the day before, then tossed onto the floor. There was one thing that didn't belong, however. There was a breeze. Breaths of cold night air wafted into his apartment, carrying the smells of autumn with them. The white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the wind. Huh, that's weird. Did I leave that open? Junpei walked toward the window, trying to remember if he closed it or not before he left. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Junpei shrugged. He must have just left it open earlier. He closed the window. Then it happened. Oh god. Ah, that's so freaky. Junpei turned and found himself face to mask with a man dressed in black. The man wore a deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden. Junpei tried to scream, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. He tried to step toward the man, but his legs could no longer support his weight. Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs, like a discarded puppet. Too late, he noticed the white smoke that was quickly filling his apartment. A small object, shaped distressingly like a grenade, sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. The white smoke poured out of it at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. He could feel his mind begin to fade as well, a white haze that was not the smoke creeping into the edges of his vision. We were kidnapped. Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen. A rasping voice wormed its way out the gas mask. It was cold and harsh and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on. You are going to participate in a game. The nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line. That was the last thing Junpei remembered. The white smoke overpowered him. The masked man faded from his vision, and he felt his consciousness fall away into the white mist. That's right. That guy with the gas mask. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. As to who the man was or what might have been, Junpei had no idea. Indeed, he wasn't even sure that his assailant had been a man. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick coat. Who was the man in the mask? You have been chosen. Junpei remembered that much, but what it might mean? Well, that was beyond him. Junpei had no idea where he was, or why he was there. There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important. You are going to participate in a game. The nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line. The nonary game. What the hell is a nonary game? Damn it! With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. Well. Wait. It kind of looks like, can I...
Whoops. I'm not too... I apologize. I don't know what I'm doing.
Alright, can I, like...